Hey everyone, welcome to this week's recap of The Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh my god, what was that? Well, let's get back to last week. Natalie and Herschel were fired. I just want to know how much Clint is paying Trump to stay on every week, because the guy sucks.
I know.
Alright.
Must be that smirk. Trump can't get enough of it.
What is with him? He has a giant head.
I don't know. But anyway, Jesse delivered his check to Long Beach Education Foundation.
Right.
That was heartwarming.
It was. I really liked when a celebrity goes and like actually spends time instead of just like, here's a check.
Yeah.
Alright, so Jesse's cool. We already know that.
So the teams are uneven, and Trump decides to give Joan and Clint Jesse.
Effing Jesse.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, alright. That's a great move because
now the teams are 3-3, and Melissa is stuck with Annie and Brande alone.
In the pit of whore vipers.
Yes.
Alright, so they meet at the NBA store on 5th Avenue, and the lovely product this week that Jesse does not use is Right Guard.
Deodorant.
Yes.
So Brad and Doug are there from Right Guard, and
the task is to create a 4-page ad for the new product of Right Guard called Fast Break.
Mm-hmm.
And the star of this ad had better be David Lee, the power forward from the New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the winner is going to get featured in Sports Illustrated magazine as well as SportsIllustrated.com.
SI.com.
Thank you.
So the judges, I guess you could call them judges.
The helpers.
For this week, Jim Cramer from CNBC and Ivanka.
I'm all about Reverend Jim Bob Cramer, but where the hell is Don Jr. this season? Why even put his name on the show if he's on like 3 episodes?
Kramer, I want one of those little bowls. Send it to me. I wanted one
I want
for
a
years.
bear. I want a bear. I want a gold one. Alright, so project managers. Clint and Brande, step up, kids.
And the winner of this task, besides getting their ad published, also gets $20,000 for their charity.
Cool. Alright, so Melissa right off the bat has this stupid idea about, I don't know, it was like a woman's magazine idea where, yeah, it was so stupid I can't even remember. It was so laughable. And she's like, why don't you guys like my idea?
Yeah, but they didn't even, like, say anything. They were just quiet. That's annoying.
You know,
say something.
Yeah, they should, well, yeah, I agree. They should have said something. They should have said, like, shut the hell up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is a men's magazine, not a women's magazine.
So, time to meet with the execs.
Always fun. Always a good time.
Athena was asking, is this too risque if he's, like, nude?
Holding a ball in front of his private parts, and, like, all I need to wear is Right Guard.
They're like, I guess not.
Do guys really want to look at guys nude
what I was
unless
thinking.
they're gay?
Are they going to really like that?
I don't think so. And then Kotu meets with the execs, and they come up with the brilliant idea of using the power stripe.
All about the power stripe!
Because it is about the power stripe. Put it in there, set that up. Alright, so Athena finally comes up with a 24-hour day in the life of David Lee, which was a pretty good idea, but can they deliver on it? No, they cannot. Especially when Melissa is whining and crying like a little baby the whole time.
You're freezing me out, guys.
Guys, why are you freezing me out? It's no fair. You're not giving me anything to do. Wah! Yeah, so that's Melissa the whole show. The whole 2 hours.
So during Kotu's brainstorming session, Joan thinks that, sorry, I don't watch basketball. David Lee, is under a lot of pressure.
From the black guys in the league.
So they should have a picture of him with all these black guys around him.
Yeah, standing over him, like towering over him, like, we're putting pressure on you, David Lee.
It's
Joan,
kind of funny.
Where do you come up with these ideas? It's not that funny. But it is funny.
I thought it was funny.
It's funny, but it's not. It's total money. Alright, so Jesse comes up with a brilliant plan on like a freaking scrap of paper.
Yeah.
4-page ad, written out, gift wrapped it, handed it to Clint. Clint's like, I don't like it. Because it came from effing Jesse. So, yeah. Melissa, on the other team, confronts Brande about being excluded yet again.
And
How many
Brandy's
times
like,
are you going to say
I don't know
this?
what you're talking about. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
You know what? Everybody's not mommy saying how great your ideas are. So get used to, like, people thinking you suck, because you do. Jesse goes out and he shoots the skyline. You know, Clint, in the end, decides to use some of Jesse's ideas, but not all of them.
But he had to put his own stamp on it.
That's right. You know, I can understand that. Jesse might have had better ideas, but Jesse, they're not going to just take every... You know, it's got to be a team thing.
But if it is a really good idea, then...
I don't know if it was that good.
If it was.
I don't know. So Clint is roughing in the ad with the photographer. It's looking pretty good, but you know what? Put the brakes on the fire. It's a little too much. There was fire everywhere. And in my opinion, when you've got that much fire, you cannot read what's written over it because it's just too busy.
It's distracting.
That's right. Even though orange is the color of right guard, the fire might just be too distracting. So Ivanka comes and she talks to Joan and Clint because Jesse wasn't there. And basically they're like talking smack about him behind his back. Like, yeah, he's trying to throw us under the bus because he's not a team player like that. I would have to agree. But, you know, isn't that what the game is about? Isn't it strategizing really?
You still need to work with your team, though.
I mean, if somebody's not going to use your idea, can't you throw them under the bus? Because, you know, if you know better and the project manager thinks they know better, they have say. So, that's my opinion. So, of course, at the photo shoot for Athena...
Brande has to be in it. Duh.
Well, you know, I could see that she's a model and everything.
I know,
and
but you're working right now.
Yeah.
Not as a model.
All right, so, yeah, Jesse should be a team player. He should. You know, maybe he shouldn't throw Clint under the bus. Even though, now this is probably the best line out of the show, Clint is a one-man band, and he would give himself a hickey if he could. Joan, I gotta hand it to you. Honey, the one-liners, I love them. Keep them coming. All right, so, in the boardroom, oh, wait, but first, Annie and Brande come in and try and spy on Kotu. Awkward.
Wait,
not too obvious.
Jesse say that?
What? No, Joan said that about the hickey.
Remember. Whoever said it.
It's all a blur. It was 2 hours of craziness. So, I love this line, too, about Annie and Brande. I can't wait till Annie gets her first facelift. She's gonna need 2 doctors. Maybe she could borrow a few of yours, Joan.
Hey, she admits it.
Hey, why not?
Hide there.
Hey, if you got the money, spend it, right?
I wouldn't do that. But anyway.
Well, if you need it. So, Jesse calls out Clint on sucking.
He was really angry.
Really
Never seen that side.
Yeah, but Jesse's level of angry is like a normal person's level of, like, perturbed. When Jesse gets angry, it's like, woof, where'd that come from? Because it's like, you didn't even realize he's angry.
Yeah.
And he was, like, livid. He was calling Clint one of the 7 words that you cannot say on TV, and they were saying it. You know, like a blank cat. I didn't think you could say that on TV.
They didn't say it. It was
they bleeped
out,
it?
But it was in the captions.
Oh, it was in the captions. That's why. Okay, so you can't really say that on TV.
No.
And they put it in the captions. That's pretty cheap. All right, so, yeah, he called him that like 6 or 7 times. And Clint was just like, well, thank you. Thank you for that. I guess you're right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. He's not Elvis, though.
He's not... Clint is not a fighter. He's apparently a lover of detergent. All right, so I guess it's time for the presentations. And, well, Annie first. I can't leave this part out because Annie, when Kramer came to visit, was like, I did this.
I came up with the concept. I'm making a kick-ass presentation.
They put that on me. I did it. And I think I did a damn good job, too. Don't you think so, Kramer? I can't stand when somebody's like, aren't I great? Aren't I great? Tell me I'm great. Did you see what I did? Because it's so great.
It's annoying.
I hate that. So even Kramer was like, I love the faces Kramer makes. He's such a nut. And Melissa was like, everything we did was equal. Equal.
Yeah.
if I could use one word to describe what we did, it would be equal. Time for the presentations. Clint presented for Kotu, and Annie presented for Athena.
Athena sucked.
Athena sucked so bad, it was like silver platter, presentation on it, give it to Kotu.
And as upset as Jessie was about their presentation, it was still better than Athena's.
Yeah, way better. I don't know why they chose the photos they did, and I don't know.
Just like,
yeah, it was like that, and then the dancing part was like.
That's what I was doing.
No, well, when he was shooting the basketball too, he was just like, who gave him this direction?
I don't know.
It was horrible. And who did the editing? Because the stuff that they chose was crap, and it was not dynamic at all. And the little right guard thing was this big, and everything else was this big.
So on to the boardroom. Jessie called out Clint. This is all pre-finding out who wins.
I hate that they do that this year, because I wish they would just cut to the chase, say who won, and then go and massacre all the people like they usually do when it's non-celebrity Apprentice. So, Trump didn't even know what the hell Clint was saying. He was like, enough, because I don't even know what the hell you're saying.
I didn't
Shut up!
And then Trump asked Jessie what he thought of Joan as a team player and stuff.
Joan's an asshole. I loved it. And there's such a crazy sexual tension going on here.
They're so funny.
Jessie, you should win an Emmy for this, because this is crazy. So Trump muses the idea, should I wear a hat like Clint? Do you take your hat off?
Don't do it.
No, I think the trademark hair is your brand. Don't mess it up, Trump.
Can't cover up those locks.
No, they're pretty hot, actually. So, Annie, again, with her, David's a friend of mine. I met him in a club, and now we're friends.
Joan didn't like that.
No, I'd like to see a Christmas card list. Me too. Alright, so, guess what?
Brandy's stupid.
But she's pretty. And pretty girls have to work even harder because they're pretty. And even though I don't know what forgoed means, or for good,
It sounded like she said for good.
I didn't forgoo the important parts. I didn't.
You Googleizer.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Alright.
So, Melissa tried to call out Annie, saying that they were ganging up on her.
They froze me out. Wait, let me finish.
Yeah.
You do not tell the Donald, wait, let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
Even Kramer was like,
yeah.
You did not. No, you didn't.
So then they announced that Kotu was the winner.
Womp womp.
And Clint's charity of choice is the International Rett Syndrome Foundation.
Nice charity, Clint. Very nice. Close to my heart. Alright, so, Brande, yeah, you're beautiful, but you gotta defend yourself in the boardroom, honey. And when pushed, she did.
I still don't think she did, really.
She went ballistic on Melissa, and Annie just sat there like the Cheshire Cat. She was just like, let these two bitches fight it out, and I'll just sit here like, you know, I got right guard on. I'm fresh as a daisy. So, yeah, Brande says Melissa's too personal in the game. And apparently she hasn't raised as much money as number 1, Annie, and number 2, Brande.
But were they saying out of the whole group that they were the most, or just that team?
Out of the whole group.
Like, I know Annie probably was for the whole group, but Brande was second for the whole group?
Oh, yes, she was. So, yeah, you got the number 1 and 2 money raisers there, and this is all about giving money to charity, and Trump is all about money.
Mm-hmm.
The freaking theme song for the show is money, 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 money. So, what's the show about? Money. Melissa, you're fired. So, Melissa unleashes a shitstorm.
Yeah.
She's running around with a soft cast on her leg. She's like, David, I'm not doing an interview. I'm not coming back up. And it was like she was separated from birth. Well, they were. Mother and daughter. Something clicked in Joan, and she's like, I'm not coming in tomorrow. And then she quits. She runs over.
She didn't say she quit it.
Well, she
just
quit.
said she's not coming in.
That means I quit.
I don't know.
So she runs over to Annie, and she's like, honey, you're white trash. I've worked with poker players for 40 years. And you know what? You're the lowest of white trash. keep your money. It's got blood on it. What? Whatever. You know, you worked in Vegas too, Joan. It's all blood money, honey. And it's all green, so it's good. So, what a freaking nightmare this was. And, you know, Kramer and Donald and Ivanka sitting in the boardroom were like, I hear Melissa yelling. She's screaming in the elevator. And, you know, it was just crazy. It was melee. So, next week, is it the final 4 or is it the final 5? Me thinks it's 4. And in 2 weeks after that, craziness, because all of the chuckleheads come back. Yeah, you know, Tom and the crazy basketball player.
You mean Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, him. All right, so till next week, will Joan be back or not? Much love.